Hello students, good morning. I'm your educator Dulcie, and today we are going to do the most important topic from this chapter, human reproduction, that is the process of the gametogenesis. So first you must be familiar with that what the gametogenesis is. So the gametogenesis word itself explain its meaning. So it comprises of two words. First is said to be the gameto and second is the genesis. As you know, gameto is derived from the word gamete and genesis meant for the generation. So gametogenesis is the process in which the formation of the gametes, that is sperm and ova, from the that are the female or male sex organs. Sperms are male and ova are the female sex cells, which are produced in the male and female gonads respectively. So gametogenesis is the process of formation of the sex cells in the gonads of the males and females. So sex cells are usually different from that of the normal cells of the body, that are the somatic cells. The reason for this is that the somatic cells carry diploid chromosome content, while the gametes carry only the haploid DNA content. It means gametes carry the half the amount of DNA in comparison with the somatic cells. Okay, I hope you are familiar with this, that for the formation of the gametes meiotic division is necessary, and for the division of somatic cell the mitotic division takes place, because meiotic division is the division which reduces the chromosome content to the half. So the significant role of the meiosis, that meiosis play a very important role or very significant role in the process of gametogenesis. It is not only the meiosis which occurs during the gametogenesis. Mitosis also takes place, but the primary DNA content, that is the haploid DNA content observed in the gametes, is a result of the meiosis. So never mingle with this with that meiosis is the only division that occur during the gametogenesis. Is not the true case. Mitosis also takes place, but that we observe the haploid content of DNA in the gametes, that haploid DNA content is the result of the gametogenesis. Usually gametogenesis is of two types. First one is said to be the spermatogenesis and second one is to the oogenesis. As its name implies, spermatogenesis is the formation of the sperms in the male genitalia, and the oogenesis is the process of formation of ova in the female genitalia. And the similarity between both the division is that it comprises of three phases. First is said to be the multiplication phase, second is said to be the growth phase, and third one is said to be the maturation phase. So today we are going to do only the spermatogenesis. So as it is shown here, the gametogenesis or spermatogenesis, it comprises of four main phases. First is said to be the multiplicative phase, second is said to be the growth phase, third one is said to be the maturation phase, and fourth and most important is said to be the spermiogenesis. So as you know, the germinal epithelium or the germ epithelium of the gonads, it contains the cells that are said to be the gonial cell, and in male they are known as the spermatogonium. These spermatogonium cells, when they undergo division, they result in formation of two type of cell. First are said to be the primary spermatocyte and the other are said to be the other spermatogonia. And I hope you are familiar with that if you break down the spermatogonia or the spermatogonia undergo division, then how can you synthesize more the number of sperms after one division of the spermatogonia? So for maintenance the number of spermatogonia in the gonads, necessary is the mitotic division, which result in formation of the another spermatogonia, which will later undergo same kind of division and result in number of spermatozoa. So spermatogonial cell, they undergo division to form the, they undergo the mitotic division to form the primary spermatocyte, and this is said to be the multiplication phase, because the number of spermatogonia, it increases in this phase. So next phase is said to be the growth phase. What happens in this phase? The the primary spermatocyte, it undergoes the meiotic 1 division, and I hope you know this, that meiotic 1 division is the reductional division which reduces the DNA content to the half, and it results in formation of the secondary spermatocyte. This stage in which meiosis 1 and the other in which meiosis 2 takes place. Both these comprises of the maturation phase, which ultimately result in formation of haploid spherical spermatids. And the most important of this is the spermiogenesis. And what happens in spermiogenesis? In this, the spherical spermatids get transformed into the original viable and elongated thread-like spermatozoans. Okay, so it comprises of three phases: multiplicative phase, growth phase, maturation phase, and spermiogenesis, and in which the first two phases or the divisions are mitotic and other are the part of meiotic, and final one is just the transformation. So spermatogonia, it converts up into the spermatocyte, which result in formation of two cytes with meiosis 1 and form secondary spermatocyte. Those two secondary spermatocytes then ultimately undergo meiosis 2 and result in formation of 4 spermatids. Those spermatids undergo transformation, various kind of transformation, and result in formation of 4 viable spermatozoans. So the process of formation of sperm is known as spermatogenesis, and as you know, the primary sex organs are the testes, as we have done in last. In those testes, the main site of the spermatogenesis is the seminiferous tubule, which are lined by the germinal epithelium, and germinal epithelium itself, it consists of large cuboidal primary germ cells, and between those germ cells, as you have done in last lecture, there are Sertoli cells which provide nourishment to the growing spermatids. So first phase is the multiplicative phase. It is nothing in this, the chromosome or the cell number, the spermatogonial cell number, it reduced to get increased to double, and the division it starts. Next is the growth phase 2, in which the spermatocytes, primary spermatocytes are formed. In maturation phase, other kind of division takes place, and ultimately the most important is the formation of the spermatozoon from the spermatid, and this process is known as the spermiogenesis. Never confuse spermatogenesis with spermiogenesis. Spermatogenesis is the process of formation of sperms, and spermiogenesis is the process of conversion of the spermatids into the spermiozoa. And I think from this you should also include the hormonal control that is necessary for the formation of the spermatogenesis, and the graph of this spermatogenesis is shown in this figure. So what happened in this figure, as it's shown, that I hope you are familiar with that, a master center of your body is hypothalamus, which secretes the hormone that is said to be the gonadotropin releasing hormone, that is GnRH. That GnRH has the influence, or it controls the secretion of the anterior lobe of pituitary gland, and you know pituitary gland is the master gland of your body. Then pituitary gland releases two hormones. First is said to be the luteinizing hormone LH, and other is the FSH, that is the follicle stimulating hormone. Then the LH, it induces the Leydig cell, and the FSH, it induces the Sertoli cell. Leydig cell then increase the secretion of the testosterone, and that testosterone is the male sex hormone, and it is responsible for formation of the development of the reproductive tract and other organs. While the Sertoli cells are for providing nourishment, so they stimulate the spermatogenesis, the formation of sperms, and they also secrete a hormone that is said to be the inhibin. As the name of the inhibin represents, it just blocks the activity that is induced by the gonadotropin releasing hormone. So it ultimately blocks the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland to suppress the activity. So whenever you attempt the question related to gametogenesis, so you must draw this chart of hormonal control, so that the formation of the spermatogenesis or the hormonal control of the spermatogenesis can be understood easily. Thank you.